Western Pennsylvania's most prominent theologian asked one question of his audience: "Won't you be my neighbor?" Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood encouraged generations of young and old to welcome the stranger and to partner with each other to create the better world we want to live in.
I came from Atlanta, and I came by way of invitation. I received an invitation from the Board of Ordained Ministry during their visit to seminary, and I was made to feel welcome.
I came as a stranger, but as I get to know each other and doing the ministries, and they welcomed me pretty well.
This area, a combination of mountains, rivers, urban and rural, is united by its genuine compassion for others. It's a place where people sink deep roots and where they share life together.
There's a very strong sense of community in Western Pennsylvania, and I think it's even almost carved out by the hills and the valleys and the rivers and the farms and the cities. And so there's a great place to belong.
There's a sense of humility, there's a sense of close to the earthness. We live in the mountains and the rivers here, and it's really good.
Western Pennsylvania is typically Appalachian, and in some ways can be as conservative as the South. Yet there is an openness to new ideas and new practices.
We're characterized as salt-of-the-earth people. There's a lot of opportunities to do some real grassroots building of ministry. A place where they could build up and create something new. And we have a lot of opportunity in Western Pennsylvania to do just that.
For Western Pennsylvania, this is our time. We are resilient, loyal, hopeful. Pittsburgh has been called the most livable city in the world. The region boasts renowned health care and a rich cultural life. We are fiercely dedicated to the black and gold of our sports teams, and we even have our own dialect called Pittsburghese. Beyond Greater Pittsburgh, the natural gas industry is bringing new people to the Washington area, located in the southernmost portion of the conference. Agriculture and education remain strong in Erie. Tourists and locals alike can find adventure in the Laurel Highlands and the Allegheny National Forest, whether it's hiking, skiing, or kayaking. From north to south, opportunities abound in ministry.
What the beauty of serving in Pittsburgh and in Western PA is you can be part of the change. And rather than the change happening and the church have to catch up, we see the change happening, and those churches that have the opportunity and the blessing to be in this area can be a part of the change and help to make a better place for the people and the citizens or the inhabitants of Western Pennsylvania. So it's interesting when I walk into a church for the first time because I don't look like a pastor should look for most people. They let me into their lives and they allowed me to be a part of their journey with God and with each other.
John Wesley sent Thomas Coke and Francis Asbury to the new colonies with one directive: offer them Christ. Today, how will you respond?
That's what it's all about, African American or not. That's what it's all about. There's a demographic of people out there that don't know that there's a brother in Jefferson Avenue and at West Washington that is willing to get them out of the funk they're in. I'm not going to give them $50 so they can go do something, but hey, I'm going to give them an opportunity to make something of themselves. And at the same time, they can come, they can worship. There's a family here. These people are great, they love, and it's just an opportunity for me to show that Jesus Christ is alive in Washington, Pennsylvania, in Cranberry, Pennsylvania, in Monaca, Pennsylvania, in Beaver Falls. That's what the point is. I could have been a part of that, or I could have been a part of a group of people that are willing to step outside the doors, step out into the streets, get dirty all the way up to their shoulders, and be willing to do something that is going to affect the world. It's more than coming for worship. It's more than preaching. It's more than just reading the Bible. It's about getting out there and doing that stuff.
Western Pennsylvania, in my opinion, it's a mission field. there are a lot of people who are hungry for Word of God. So if anybody who wants to come and ministry in Western Pennsylvania, I think they should come as a missionary mindset. Still, there's a lot of people who need to hear the Word of God.
In Luke chapter 10, Jesus sends his disciples to every town and place, to a harvest that was bigger than they could imagine. Our prayer is that the Lord would send workers for the harvest to every town and place in Western Pennsylvania.
Whatever you're called to do, whether it be rural ministry or urban ministry or even in the suburbs, you can find it here because we have so many different parts of Western PA, from as south as West Virginia's border to as north as Erie. There's just all different kinds of places to serve and all different kinds of people that God is willing to work with and inspire through you and through the Spirit's work in the world.
Western Pennsylvania is a wonderful place to do ministry, with a lot of wonderful neighborhoods and family and friends and close-knit communities. It's a good place with mountains and rivers and bridges and trees and fresh air, warm tables where you can pull up a chair and find a friend. It's a great place to do ministry, and I love it.